That happened through a family member that was working at the park. I was able to show some stuff through one of a really great product developer, who's a very, very good friend now. Divine set of circumstances that allowed me to show 2 pieces, 3 pieces. They're like, yeah, this is great, but we've kind of seen this whole thing. Because at first I'm like, hey, I just want to prove to you that I can do art Disney-esque at their quality. And you know, that was my big thing. Can I make it look like the other guys that have done Disney art? Because you want to show them that you can play. And they're like, yeah, but that's cool. But then we see your tattoos, and can you make something like what you would want to make? I'm like, oh, really? Went back to my house and created 4 more pieces that were very edgy and drips and Tinkerbell with attitude and, you know, tattoo writing and scrolls around the edges. A lot of like, well, I was painting angels at the time, and I kind of transferred that same idea into painting Disney characters and telling the stories that way. And she goes, that's exactly what I wanted. And so we put them in the park. This is back in 04, 05. And within like the first week, they all sold. And so obviously that shows up on the radar, you know, company-wide, and then we did it again, and then we did it again. Then we started publishing. So Disney is, I have a couple relationships with Disney. One where I'm an actual vendor and provide product to them as a customer. And then outside, nationally, I'm a licensed artist where I'm actually producing artwork, publishing it, and selling it nationally. So I can sell it through my gallery, through my site. So those 2 relationships have been an absolute blessing where, you know, going on cruise lines, going to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, being able to meet guests, I mean, right there in the galleries, being able to do events with them where I'm, you know, sharing great times of just unpacking life together. And it's crazy because you'll get people that, there's a few that come to mind that will drive an entire day. We'll get off at work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, drive 6 hours, and I only have a half hour left at the siding. And they're like, we made it. They come in and we sit down, pictures and sign and hang out and talk, and like, we got another one, this is great. Now we're driving back home. I'm like, bro, you just spent 18 hours with 12 hours of drive time, you know, just to come down and do this. And to me, that means the world. People that'll run through a wall and stand all night for a release the next day. It's such an honor to be able to create something that you did in your studio that really made you happy inside, that really lit you up, and you're thinking, man, we're gonna have this in common, and I know this is gonna, you know, this is gonna excite them. And then you see that little forest fire start of excitement, and social media, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and just that perfect storm, and everybody nerds out over it. I mean, I'm just a big kid at heart, and I mean, I waited 3 hours multiple times for Star Wars. I get it. That's my passion, and those are the kind of collectors and guests that I resonate with because they're so passionate about it. So I want to give them stuff that we can celebrate together. I think that is the thing that us as human beings love, is something to look forward to.